Thank you, Sharon, for inviting me here and sharing your people with me. I just love being with people, and after yesterday, I'm the best mentor on the planet. I don't care what they say anymore. That did make a difference to my confidence. I'm very confident normally, but that gave me the edge to be really fully in your face. So what you see is what you get, and I just love my life. I love being the guide and mentor, and I have written my book, Happiness is Just a Breath Away, and that book is what I do. Whatever's in that book, I'm walking that talk, because I found out it works. So also too, I've been very, very fortunate this week to, you know how you're always waiting for somebody to do something? Well, this week somebody did it straight off the top, and I've got my beautiful cards out there, the mentoring cards, and I'm very proud of them because it will help people. 40 cards, you take one each day and you keep reading it through the day every now and then. And it sows the seeds into the subconscious so that you understand who you truly are, that you're an amazing person. Everybody to me is amazing, and we have an incredible journey on this planet if we allow it to be. If we focus on ourselves first, put ourselves first. Now, years ago when I used to say that, I've got a wobbly leg. Years ago when I would say, put yourself first, they'd say, but that's selfish. I have learned, if you don't put yourself first, that is selfish. Because if you don't look after yourself and make the most of yourself, especially your health, then you're not going to be good enough for anybody very long, and really good enough. So make sure you're fully out there, that you are doing your absolute purpose and enthusiasm and the joy of life. We're here just this time once around. I don't know how many times we come around otherwise, but I do know we are here now. Why waste the time being half-flagged? Why not go all the way, follow your passion, and really get into life and shape the planet who you are? By the planet, I mean people right across international. It's amazing stuff. I never dreamt that I'd go international, but I have. And I was a simple, basic, everyday woman. Just like most of you. I know some of you are already out there even past my journey. But at this point in my time, I look back and I was just a normal housewife. I had no idea about spiritual journey. I had no idea about being an author. But I followed through, and at 50, like many, mostly women, but even some men, decide, well, what's there for me? The children have gone. I've nurtured everybody. But what's there for me now? It's my time to nurture me. What will I do? You just take your time. Go into meditation. That's just simply sitting and looking at the trees out the window, whatever. Or to real meditation, which I love. And you ask yourself. If you believe in angels, you ask them. If you believe in God, you ask Him. But you'll always get your answer back if you are genuinely wanting to help others. It's no thing about helping yourself only. It's helping yourself first so that you can help others. I'm amazed at the entrepreneurs these days. We never had entrepreneurs, we just had rich people. But I love this word, the entrepreneur, because what it describes, I watch. I don't ask many questions, but I do watch. And especially people that I've mentored and other people that are coming through on the right path, which is loving themselves, learning that one. It's a toughie sometimes. I found it tough. And then loving others. We're not actually loving the human. We're loving the soul. That's as far as I'm concerned. I can only teach you what I've learned, and I can only show you what I've done. And if you pick one little thing out of that, you've done pretty well, and I'm quite proud. My journey's been worthwhile. But with the entrepreneurs, it's the nouveau rich, the new rich, especially these young ones that are coming up and teaching others to be an entrepreneur. I know their secret why they stay rich. They come up and they're staying rich, and they're gathering more money. And I know, I have observed what they do. They share with charity. But they share with those that have got none. I've watched rich people go to the top of the ladder and fall flat on their faces and lose a lot. I've done it because I didn't have any idea until I learned. I fell and I lost a lot. And I bet there's some people here that are losing it or have lost it, or lost something in their life. But I didn't understand the secret then. I understand the secret now. You share your money with others when you've got plenty to share, even a little bit, you can share little bits. You'll find you'll keep it. And the universe will bring more so you can share more. That's what it's all about, basically all about. And I know most of you know that, but I think you needed it to be put in a nutshell to understand Darren's secret that he shares with everybody. I went to Darren's workshop about, a friend said, come with me. That was Tracy that got the Dalai Lama on side on her book. And she's one of my best friends. And she said, come to this workshop, how to write a bestseller. Is that what you call it, Darren? Sometimes I get a bit all fuzzy. How to write a bestseller. And I said, no, I'm busy. She said, you've got to come. And she knew that I needed to go. For some reason, she sensed it. Always follow your senses, not your brain. Always follow your gut feeling. It's a wonderful thing to do. You'll never lose. Anyway, she got me to go there with her persuasive ways. She gets the Dalai Lama, she gets me. And I'm there in Darren's workshop, and I'd written a book. Well, I didn't write a book. I used to do meditation workshops, or teach meditation, and I used to do crystal workshops, all that lovely stuff. I've done all the workshops. And I didn't want to write a book. I wasn't even thinking of writing a book. I wasn't an author. I was 80. And you don't be an author at 80. Anyway, I thought, well, I come home one day and I was putting all my workshop folders together. Once I was organised, not anymore, but I was putting all these workshops together. And I saw the pile there like straight out. And I thought, that looks like a book. So I just put it together, no intentions, and I showed Tracy. Well, from that day on, she went bonkers. I had to go to this workshop. Had no idea who Darren was, but I soon learnt. I got the energy from him straight away. We all did. Amazing workshop like these are here. Everybody that is here in this room, that has stayed in this room and come back, you're earmarked for the future potential. You're earmarked to help yourself and then help others. You're earmarked to follow your dreams into reality. And that's what Sharon's all about. But at this point, I'm at the workshop watching and thinking, and Tracy took my book to Darren. I didn't even miss it, it was there with me. No, it wasn't. What I'd written out roughly for the book was with me. So she snuck it out to Darren. I don't know what happened at that point, Darren, whether you remember or not. But I don't know what you two got up to. But you accepted my book. And for that, I'm forever grateful. I was called an author once he published my book. And you know what? It's like being a doctor, or like it's up in the ranks where you raise from the ordinary guy up to somebody that's really important. Somebody said you're not a sheep anymore. I don't know what that means, but you go out of that square straight in. You go out of the square and you go straight into the big time. And if you're not ready for it, you've got to be half prepared. I wasn't. I was thrown in the deep end, and Darren had me swimming like crazy. We had an argument, and it had his How to Write a Bestseller workshop, and I wanted my cover and my name of my book. I was so wrapped in it. It was my baby. And I wanted my book to be called Wings Back to Go Forward. And I thought that was clever, having a book called Wings Back to Go Forward, because I was showing everybody, you know, how they can go forward and put their little wings back. Darren said it doesn't explain what's inside the book. I still wanted it, I was still stubborn. So what we agreed on, he'd have the cover and I could do the inside, because he wasn't over sure of the inside, because I've done it differently. It's big writing and all that stuff. And I was guided to do that. So I wasn't letting that one go, but I gave in with the cover. And happiness is just a breath away. It really does the job. So I'm forever grateful, Darren, that I went to your workshop. And it's not only that, being an author has taken me to so many diverse directions that my life is so full of joy, happiness and high energy. I go home after I'm mentoring or reading at the store in Australia Fair. I go home and my daughter looks at me and she said, Mum, you're up at the roof again. You must have had a good day reading. So your energy goes high when you're helping others. And by helping others, who are we helping more? We're helping ourselves. It shows us that each and every one of us has such potential. I never had any idea, but I've learned. And I have so much going on in my life at 86. I'm so more energetic, so much healthier, and my mind is so much clearer because I'm constantly out there and taking in my favourite thing to do, deep breathing. So it's done all this for a simple little everyday woman, which I truly was. Just normal and average. But I found out there's no such thing as normal and average. It's only what we choose to take on. And Sharon was saying about choosing. You have to choose what you want to do, irrespective of what anybody else suggests. Others might put fear into your mind and say, oh, you know, you can't do this. I had a couple say to me, you're too old, you haven't got the brains, you haven't got connections. I love connections. When you've got a book out there, boy, do you get some good connections. And you're good connections for them too. It cuts both ways. You cannot do this journey and be successful just for you. You must know that you're here to learn to make yourself happy. No one else's job to make you happy. It's yours. Don't expect others to come around and say, I'm going to make you happy. I don't tell my people I make them happy. I just show them what they can do to make themselves happy. I'm just the guideline. I'm just the one that's been through it, done it, and I have the empathy for them to be understood by what I'm understanding with them. I know what I'm doing. I do now. I never did years ago. I was lost at 50. I went and learnt to sing, went on the stage for 22 years. The first time I went up on the stage, and remember this, if you guys don't want to go on the stage, because being an author, you will, even if you're only talking at the library. But when I first went on the stage, my legs went to jelly when my first song. Can't sing anymore, that's gone. But they went to jelly, and I went round the back of the stage and sat on the floor. I couldn't hold myself up. So realise, push yourself, push that inner person inside, push the enthusiasm, the exciting part of you. Don't hold it back. You see, I won't. I'm one of the best mentors on the planet. But so are you guys. You are the best at what your passion leads you to do. Get your enthusiasm going. Show people how enthusiastic you are. Don't hold it back. Frighten the guts out of them all. That's what I do to my oldies. They don't want me. The oldies don't want to borrow me. They run a mile when I left the singing. They loved me while I was up on the stage entertaining them. I did the comedy, I did the lot. But that 22 years gave me the confidence. You don't realise you're being trained. Universe is training you all, you guys, and you're getting you to understand by these people giving you little talks and showing which way to go. Someone will talk about something else and you think, well, that'll do me. I'll follow that one. You might get one sentence out of this weekend that pushes you forward. But you must do the work. You don't get it by sitting back being lazy. You've got to get off your backsides and get out there and put it out there, because you've all got what it takes because you stayed. I always observe. I watch who stays and who leaves and who just isn't interested. But the ones that have stayed, you've all got so much potential. Put it out there. The world needs it more than ever. I am so full on with mentorings and readings that it's not funny, but what I'm finding and seeing out there is so many people are going so fast in life just to make a living. Don't just make a living for you. As we said, that's selfish. So we're going to put my lungs up there now, and they're your lungs too. Oh, they're already up there. Well, we'll have a talk quickly about the lungs. See that little piece at the bottom there? When you do shallow breathing, you go to that first level. You fill that first level up with oxygen. Beautiful oxygen. If you do a little bit of deep breathing, you go to the next level and fill it up more with oxygen. These are your amazing lungs. Without them, we'd be stuffed. We wouldn't be here, would we? Then you go to the next level if you take more deep breathings. This is why I'm here like this. If I didn't do my deep breathings every day, I couldn't do what I do. You need to get yourself energised. You need to get your brain clear so you can think clearly. The oxygen does all that. It's amazing stuff. It's the best thing on the planet. So when you do your real deep breathing, You get down to that little bottom part. Now that's where all the germs and microbes, mini germs, they all breed in there because it's nice and warm and moist. So please everybody, if you do nothing with my little talk, take on the deep breathing. It is absolute magic, and it takes all your illnesses, well, most of your illnesses away. You'll find you'll never get the headaches. What do they call those heavy headaches? Migraine. I never get any headaches. I don't even have to take an aspirin. So I feel I am the walking, talking thing for you to understand what I do works. Keep it simple. Don't go into the big deep stuff unless you want to, something like that. But just keep it simple, but make sure you get the whole of your inner sensing and feeling. If you sense something and you want to do it, go and do it. Don't let anyone stop you, if it's for good meaning. You'll find a lot of people, again, I will say it again, they'll say, put fear in your mind. You can't do it, you shouldn't do it. You'll be put out there, you'll be scared sick. Nobody will help you. Yes, they will. But the universe can't send you help until you show that you mean you're going to do what you're going to do. Why would it send you help and guidance? I believe very much in connections. We can't do this thing without connections and support. Darren and these folk here, they know that Sharon's already said, without the team, we're done. Can't do it on your own. Not when you get to this beautiful big space where the universe wants you to help everybody outside that needs help. So just know that you're entitled by the fact that you're born, put on the planet, you're entitled to the absolute best. We've been brainwashed by governments. I'm sorry about this, but I've got to spit it out. Governments and some churches, not all, some are wonderful. We have been brainwashed to think small. Well, I want to tell you guys, don't think big. Think huge. So what are you going to think from now on? Huge. Louder. Huge. That's the one. Now we've got the energy going. I just adore it. So what? That's the lungs. Now do your breathings. There's some there to take home. I did this so you won't forget and the inspiration won't die. So you've got evidence there. Now we turn over the other side. Have we got time? Okay. Oh, well done. We can do this in 10 minutes. I'm going to put them to work. I love putting you guys to work. The Art of Happiness affirmations. Now, affirmations are so important to put in place of the crap that we start thinking about when we're frightened and other people tell us all these things we can't do. And we know in our gut, we know down deep in that really in gut, we know down there that we can do whatever we want once we make the choice. You have the right to make choices whether you become famous or stay in a square. And famous can be even just in your town. You might want to make the best apple pies and you'll be famous for that. You don't have to go to the absolute big time like some of us. You might just want to do that. That might be your passion. Follow your passion, put the enthusiasm behind it, and you can't lose. But I had to learn it. I was where you were. Oh, and a lot of you are further than I was then. So just know, if I can get out there and I can do what I'm doing at 86, anybody can do it, and better. I'm doing my absolute, and I'm happy with that. Create your own happiness, but follow your own passion, not someone else's. In my day, they used to say to the boys, you've got to follow your father into his industry, or you've got to do what your father's doing, go into the business. They had no way of allowing their inner energies and what their passion was to do it. They couldn't do it. But now you guys have got it made. You've got the libraries there to get all the information out. You've got Google. You're lucky, lucky, lucky. I'd love to be your age, but I'm happy. So what I want you to do here, we've got I feel wonderful, I feel marvellous, I feel great. Now, did that make any impact on you? Just I feel wonderful, I feel marvellous, I feel great. What I want you to do at this point is very softly say it, and then the next time we do it a second time, a little bit louder, and the third time we want to raise the roof. So go along with me here. I feel wonderful, I feel marvellous, I feel great. Now what I want you to do now is put emphasis on it. There was no energy there. Now a little bit louder, but like I feel wonderful. So here we go. I feel wonderful. I feel marvellous. I feel great. Now we're going to raise the roof in a moment, And I want you to really emphasise the word there, either wonderful or feel. So let's go. I feel wonderful. I feel marvellous. I feel great. Doesn't it change the energy? And don't you feel different inside? We've got to put the affirmations down really strongly in the subconscious so it takes them on and leads us forward. The more affirmations you sow into the garden of your subconscious mind, the more you're going to be able to put yourself out there. And as I said, you think clearer. I think better now and I study better now than I did at your age or even younger. And I know that because I'm in there. I feel it and understand it because I'm doing the work. And it's not work, it's a wonderful joy. Now we're coming to the next one. We got time? Yes, we have. But we've got 5. Now I want somebody to stand up and do what they did at the last, only on the next one. I'm extremely healthy. Who's going to stand up and do it really loud and feeling? Come on, don't be cowards. Now, I'm extremely healthy. Now, really put the guts right into this one, love. Real loud. I am extremely healthy now.
I am extremely healthy.
I'm extremely wealthy.
I am extremely wealthy.
I'm extremely wise.
I am extremely wise.
She would never have done that ever in her life. There you go. Here's your little pack of cards. Somebody take them to her. Now, who's going to do the I feel wonderful one? That lady there. I feel wonderful. Loud. Strong.
Wonderful.
That's it.
I feel marvellous.
Yeah.
I feel great.
Wonderful. We'll give her the children's meditation. I put out a children's meditation years ago, and Darren's, is it okay, Darren? Darren's 20s took it on, and one of the 20s was a night owl like his mother, Jackie, and he couldn't sleep at night. So the first night they gave him the CD, he went to sleep. And the boys always demanded that CD. It's all about teddy bears, rainbows, and teaches them the colours of the chakras in case later on they need to use them. That's what that was all about, sneaky. We go in the back door, you can teach them well with kids. Otherwise they see what you're up to and they won't do it. So who's the next one? Come on, I'm extremely healthy. Last one. Come on. Now, you know what to do?
I am extremely healthy.
Keep it going.
I am extremely wealthy.
Yep.
And I'm extremely wise.
You're all those things, aren't you? And we're all those things. You get the book? We'll wind down because it's nearly time. But I'm so grateful that I came, and I do feel beautiful energy in the room from you all. Thank you for your cooperation, and I hope I see you out there for a mini reading later.